Celebrity Apprentice. First of all, I think, I think, and I'm sure you think the same thing, everyone underestimated you going into this thing, thinking there's no way he's going to make it to the Final Four. That's huge that you made it to the Final Four.
It's crazy for me because, speaking of my son, thank you. Him and my wife, before when I went to do the show, they was like, you better not come home the first 2 weeks. So, going into the show, also like, being around different cast members, and one day we had a press day. And it was the first time we all were together. And I think I had been DJing the night before or something, and I was tired. So we had like a 2-hour break, and I was asleep in the room, knocked out for 2 hours. So they looking at me like, oh yeah, he's gonna be out of here in a week or two. Definitely.
For sure.
But I'm still here.
But in the Final Four.
Yeah, Final Four.
So
for the finale, part one.
Finale part one. It really is, and then the 3-hour thing last week was crazy. So now the girls' team was crazy. I mean, you had to be so happy that was your team was not like that at all. You had such a cohesive, and you.
We had Gary Busey though.
Well, yes, you did.
And Gary's a good guy, but Gary just when you're under a lot of pressure, you have a certain amount of time. You got to complete these tasks, and he'll be, like I said on the show, in outer space sometimes.
Right.
He's on the moon. Right.
Well, you really did. Some of your faces, some of your looks that you gave him when he was sitting next to you doing something were priceless. But you and John Rich actually knew each other and formed an alliance going into this thing, and no one knew that.
John called me to tell me he was on the show and left me a message. I called him back like, man, I'm on the show too, dog. So I was like, we should act like we don't really know each other that well. And, we're going to have each other's back because we, like, are boys. I known him, like, 6 years. So,
how do y'all know each other?
He was a fan of my music. Get Low was, like, one of his, like, songs he loved to death. And he reached out.
That's amazing. That's cool.
Yeah. I mean, they play hip-hop in the country clubs, though. They'll take a little part of the night, and they'll play some hip-hop songs.
I have to move. Your hair is hitting the mic. All right.
Ellen touched me. Wow. But we met through doing some music together.
And then you formed an alliance so that you knew you'd go all the way this far.
And he would, like, sometimes in the cast, when the cast would get together, he'll be on one side of the room and I'll be on the other side, and no one had a clue, And then it's the country guy and the hip-hop guy. You know they don't know each other.
Right.
So, but we did!
But you did! Before I ask you a question about Celebrity Apprentice, I want to remind everybody at home that when you're in high school, it's not your whole life. High school is really, you never know how you're going to turn out. I mean, look how cool he is. Just look at how cool he is.
Oh,
Let's
Lord.
look at him in high school right now.
Yeah. My son laughing at me. You're wrong. You're wrong, Ellie. You're wrong. I'm gonna get you back. I'm gonna get you back.
I'm just saying, there's always hope. Yeah, look how cool. Look how cool you are.
No, but I was cool though. That was just a bad day.
That was a bad day?
Bad day.